For 9 years, a dog came to the same train station every single day, waiting for a man who was already dead. His name was Hachiko. His owner, a Tokyo professor, had taken the same train home every evening, until one afternoon in 1925 he died at work and never came back. Hachiko kept going anyway, same station, same spot, the same time the train arrived, through every winter, through every crowd. We tell that story as loyalty, but it raises a stranger question. Hachiko clearly understood something about that man, the routine, the bond, the absence. But did he understand the one thing we'd put at the center of it? That he was the pet, and the professor was the owner? Almost certainly not. Your dog, your cat, they share your home, your couch, your entire life, and they have no idea that they're pets at all. So if they don't know that, what do they think is going on? The answer runs through a dog brain wired to bond with you like a baby, a cat that may not realize you're a different species at all, a stare that drugs you both, and the strange fact that your pet never actually grew up. Start with dogs, because dogs are the easy case. A dog knows, on some level, that you are not a dog. It reads your face, it follows your pointing finger, it checks your reaction before doing something risky. To a dog, you are a different kind of creature, one worth paying very close attention to. In 2015, a team in Japan led by Miho Nagasawa found something remarkable. When a dog and its owner simply look into each other's eyes, both of their brains release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that floods a mother and her newborn. Let that sink in. The exact chemical loop that ties a human parent to a newborn. A dog hijacked it, by doing nothing but gazing at you. No other domesticated animal locks into that gaze loop the way a dog does. The dog didn't just move into our homes, it moved into our parenting wiring. It goes deeper. At the Family Dog Project in Budapest, researchers ran dogs through the strange situation, a test built for human infants. Put a baby in a strange room, and it relaxes when its mother is there, and panics when she leaves. Dogs did exactly the same thing, with their owners. Calm and confident when you're in the room, anxious the moment you go. By every measure that matters, your dog is attached to you the way a small child is attached to a parent. It doesn't think owner, it thinks something much closer to mine. Cats are where it gets strange. For years, people assumed cats were just aloof, transactional roommates. Then, in 2019, Kristen Vitale at Oregon State ran that same infant attachment test on cats. About 2/3 of them showed the same secure attachment that human babies and dogs do. Your cat, the one pretending not to care, very likely sees you as a source of safety it can't quite explain. But here's the twist. Dogs know you're not a dog. Cats may not know you're not a cat. According to biologist John Bradshaw, cats treat us almost exactly the way they treat other cats they like. That tail held straight up when you walk in? Cats only do that to other cats they trust. The headbutting, the kneading, the slow blink, all of it is cat-to-cat language. Your cat may not think you're a strange god who owns it. It may just think you're a very large, very clumsy cat who's weirdly good at opening cans. And the gift on your doorstep? One reading, your cat has watched you fail to hunt for years and is genuinely trying to teach you, the way a mother cat teaches a kitten. Cats run their whole social playbook on us, sometimes acting like the kitten, sometimes like the mother, but the role is always the same, another cat. From the cat's side, you may not be its pet, you might be its hopeless student. So neither one really has the concept we do. To know you're a pet, you'd have to grasp that you're owned, kept, dependent, and to think about yourself from the outside. That last part may be the wall. There's a classic test for self-awareness, the mirror mark test. Put a mark on an animal, show it a mirror, and see if it realizes the reflection is itself. Great apes pass. Elephants, dolphins, even magpies pass. Dogs and cats don't. As far as we can tell, your pet can't form the thought, "that's me," in a mirror, let alone the thought, "I am a pet." The whole idea needs a kind of self-reflection they just don't seem to have. And there's one more thing we did to them without ever deciding to. We bred them to never grow up. Domestication is partly a kind of permanent childhood. Wild adult wolves and wildcats grow independent, wary, self-sufficient. Dogs and cats keep the soft faces, the playfulness, the dependence, juvenile traits frozen for life. We didn't just tame them, we stopped their clock at puppy and kitten. Which means your pet may genuinely not know it could ever live any other way. A house cat put outside can turn feral in weeks. The pet was never an identity it understood. It was just the only world it was ever given. So put it together. Your pet doesn't know the word pet, doesn't know it's owned, can't picture itself from the outside, can't weigh the arrangement, never agreed to any of it. What it knows is smaller, and somehow bigger. It knows your footsteps. It knows your smell means safety. It knows that when the world gets frightening, it should come find you. It knows this is home, and you are the one who makes it home. Hachiko didn't wait 9 years because he understood ownership or loyalty or even death. He waited because, in the only language he had, that man was his. And you don't stop showing up for your own. We're the ones holding the concept. We know it's a relationship built on dependence, on control, even on a kind of benevolent captivity. We sign them up for a life they can't consent to. And mostly, we try to make it a good one. And in return, we get the strangest gift. A creature that stays, not because it understands the deal, but because it never needed to. It doesn't love you as an owner. It has no idea you're an owner. It just loves the one who's always there. Maybe that's the quiet trade at the center of every leash and food bowl. We know exactly what they are to us. They only know what we are to them. And somehow, theirs is the simpler and better answer. If you want more questions like this one, subscribe. There's a whole hidden world inside the animals we think we know. We'll see you in the next one.